Well, it's a Saturday morning, and I just sent out a memo to my Math 1103 students, and I said, what can I do today? Well, I was looking over the front page of our fundamental math class, and I showed you some of this the other day, but I thought I would take a test, because I see some of you have taken Chapter 1's tests now this past Friday. And since the new semester, we wiped off all the old tests. I had taken the test before, but mine was wiped out too. It kept my mastery points. So I clicked on quizzes and tests. And remember, we're taking our first test a week from this coming Wednesday on the 10th of February. And you should have, the mastery points, so I don't have to give a waiver, but everyone will take the test unless they take it early on that day. Now, as I clicked on it, this is what we get. And there is an assignment that we call a prerequisite. When you do yours, if you have not done, and I'll click in the homework here, the syllabus acknowledgement, you will not be able to take the test. So this is something we should have done the first lab. Some of you were doing it the second lab, but again, this is something that should be done, because it wouldn't let me take the test until I did it. And it's only 4 questions, and it's relatively easy. So once I do that, then I am allowed to take the test. Now, if you don't have the required mastery points, again, there'll be a flag there, and I'll have to waive that for you. But you click then on Chapter 1 exam, and it looks like this. And we'll give you the password on the regular test day. Otherwise, people who come early, the staff puts your password in there. After you put the password in, you will get this screen in which it states you have 75 minutes left to complete the assignment. There are 20 questions, and again, they're giving you a study plan mastery assignment. So, this is sort of your tutorial before you start. It's done exactly the same way we do the practice and Quizmes. The test differs, though, from the Quizmes in that you can go back and forth. That once you put an answer in, before you finally submit your answers, you can check it one more time. And again, we want you in your blue sheets that you'll be given to write all the examples down, carefully and neatly show your work, and then partial credit can be given for that after the tests are submitted, and your scores may improve based on the work you have on your blue sheet. So this is an important thing, and you might say, I'm ready to start, so you click on that, and then they will ask you your first question. Now, the person next to you will have different questions. There's probably 1,000 questions in the pool, so the probability that any of you sitting next to each other have the same questions is unlikely. But they're within a category of questions, and then you put your answer in. Okay, a little summary of what we do here. just finished taking the test on Chapter 1, and where normally you students will be taking it on this blue sheet, the first thing you do is you put your name in there, your date, instructor, the semester, the course, section, chapter, and whether it's your first or second attempt, and then check off these by initialing. I understand that electronics must be turned off and away for the duration of the exam, and that any use of cell phone or any other device will result in the grade of 0. And I understand that if I fail to turn in my blue sheet to the instructor or tutor prior to clicking submit of the test, I will not be able to earn any extra credit. If you check your answers, you see it's wrong, you can change it later. This way you turn it in first, and that's your results. Now, what we've been practicing, hopefully in our homework log booklets here, is a pattern of writing out the examples. So here I've written out all of the examples. On this page there are 14, and I've put in my answers wherever they are, and I've shown the work in a neat and orderly way. So this is what we'd like to see on your blue sheet. Now as we turn it over, just to go to show you what happens when you're not careful, as I did example 17, I wrote the problem: subtract 19 from 6, and then when I wrote 19 as a subtraction, subtract 19, I wrote subtract 16. I must have been carrying that 6 in my mind for whatever reason. So, of course, I knew the process, but I copied this down incorrectly. So actually, I would look at this and say, well, I got the process right, but I made an error. So I would have given myself, or the person who took this test, half credit for this. And again, it's because I had the work written out. There was an error in copying it correctly. And there, this fits on the blue page very easily. This is not lined, but number them and fit it appropriately. And there are 2 sides. So as you take your test, knowing how to take a test is important. And of course, knowing from your practice and QuizMes the skills needed to get the answer correctly is the other part of the test. All right, well, good luck.